Hello and welcome back to my garden. Today we are doing a garden update and edits. At least that's what I'm calling it. It's been about 2 weeks since my last video, and there has been so many updates, and actually two of which I'm so excited to share. So my last video was about the aftermath of the heat wave the last week of June. So today is July. Oh my God, it's so early. I don't remember. But anyway, so we are in mid-July, and about 2 weeks out from the heat wave, and everything that was affected by the heat wave has bounced back, and I'm so excited to show you. So we're gonna start in the balcony with the most glorious comeback. She came back, and she came back fierce. Okay, so let me turn the camera around and show you edits and updates in my July garden. Here she goes. Isn't it adorable? This is the Olivia Rose Austin Rose. If you remember, or you can kind of just double back to my last video, she was just totally singed, and I had to take her back down pretty considerably. Now, with all due fairness, roses do take very well to pruning, and she did not disappoint. Look at all these new buds that are forming and getting ready for what's to be her second show. And I love the color of this new growth. It is so beautiful, and this is actually more abundant than when she first bloomed. Like the color and the health and vigor of the leaves. Oh my gosh, so adorable, so adorable. Yeah, so this is my first update. Olivia Austin Rose did super awesome with bouncing back from the heat wave, and is getting ready for its second flush for me. I also, within the past 2 weeks, have been doing some painting and some hardscape updates, and you'll see that periodically in this video. This is not going to be a July garden tour, so we're just gonna kind of just skim through this. Look at these mushrooms. Sometimes I don't take them out, we've been on and off rainy, and my pots, I water them every day or every other day, but I don't go more than 2 days without watering them, especially these containers over here. These two containers are like my drama queen. If they go without water for more than 2 days, it's a wrap. I got this obelisk here. I thought it was so cute, and it adds what I think, some weight to the two containers, and I've been really enjoying it. And then you can see with a fresh coat of paint on the stairs, it's so cute. And I did add some euphorbia. I was at Home Depot, and I saw some these Diamond Frost euphorbia, and I was like, oh, okay, let me just add it in. I mean, the pot is filling in really well. The petunias are not yet doing what I want them to do, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I see my vision realized with these two pots. It's getting there. And because they're like located on this end of my garden that doesn't have a lot of color, that it's more foliage, centered, the white and the soft purple muted colors is exactly what I was going for here. You can see the ladder over there. We've been at work back here. And the quick fires are loaded up. Now, if you remember, these two, I did have to do some root pruning, so I wasn't surprised when to see that they're a little bit delayed, and they have a little bit of this going on, but not gonna bother them. Not gonna bother them. But look at this. Ooh. So pretty. So pretty. And then this is the little quick fire. They get about 3 to 5 feet tall. I absolutely love them. It's actually my favorite hydrangea, the little quick fire. And look at this pot. So this is actually my favorite pot arrangement. I have a few back here and also on my front porch, and I have to say between my front porch and this are tied for my two favorites. The pot that I got from Facebook Marketplace, I think it might have been more of an indoor pot because the outer coating is peeling. You see that? But what I'm gonna do is, like, in the fall, because I love it and I want it for an outdoor pot, I'm just going to repaint it. But right now, it is gorgeous. Catmint is back for its second flush. Now, Gora, I love the Gora. I love Gora, but as you can see, we had a bit of rain, and anytime we have some rain, it's split for them. I do still love what, it lends around the bird bath area, but I might consider something different there next year. But for this year, I'm enjoying it. And our little winter gem boxwood that we trimmed is bouncing back glorious. I love it. So I probably will put like something here and here. I'm thinking roses. If you guys have any suggestions as far as what would be a good replacement for them, if I replace them, I might just add something back there just to kind of give it some support. I do have some supports that I will be putting to support them, because and I did trim the outer area, so it's not that it's for lack of trimming, but that's just how they get when they get wet. But I am fancying putting something in this area, and that will kind of give it a little bit of lift. Nothing permanent, because I do want the boxwood to kind of be a presence here, and I do want some spacing back here so that when I'm trimming the roses, I can get back there. So there's a reason why there's space back there. I still want to be able to maneuver, walk around, and then get to the bird feeder, and back there. So I don't want to put a whole lot of stuff, but I may consider switching out the gar for something else. But look at that. Look at that. Can you see that? Maybe not. I love them. I gave Limetta, I dead-ended Limetta. They had gotten scorched from that heat wave, and I just cut them off. It wasn't looking good. As you can see, if you can see, like right here, new blooms, and at the buds, let me get in there. Yeah, and you can see where I trimmed them. There's some action there going on there. Yeah, so, and it's its first year, so it's primarily focused on getting established, and I'm okay with that. My roses back there, love them, love them. They pushed out so much new growth during that heat wave, and now it's in full glorious bloom. I love these two roses. They smell like lemon. So good, so good, so good. And I love the yellow and white. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, and that's why I was so happy when I found the agastache, the poquito agastache. That kind of complements that butter yellow. So, and then here we have some more new additions. So I had 3 mini mauvettes here, and I just wasn't liking its performance. It had like 1 bloom, and so I gave them away. And I gave them away after I went to Home Depot and I found these 3 they're actually big leaf hydrangeas. Ariba, I guess less dense candy Ariba. I'll put the name on the screen, but I know Ariba. And I got all three of these for such a steal that I was like, okay, it's a no-brainer. They did get singed because they were at Home Depot and, you know, wasn't getting that much TLC. I did trim off the ones that were, you know, really in bad shape. But they are so beautiful. And I also got these two penstemons that are flanking, flanking the hydrangea. I love it. So this area is full sun, and the Ariba big leaf hydrangea. I know big leaf hydrangeas typically you want to keep them in parched sun. This area, it doesn't really get scorched. It really doesn't. It gets that about 6 hours of sun, and by 5 o'clock it is in shade. So in the morning it starts getting a little bit of sun at about like 9-10 o'clock, and then by 5 o'clock it's in complete shade. Yeah, so I'm not worried about them. And in the past 2 weeks since they've been here, they have definitely perked up and put on some size. And if you can see here, you see that? New leaves are coming up. And though these are big leaf hydrangeas, these are a reblooming type of hydrangea, so I cannot wait. Yeah, so love it, love it. And I'm entirely in love with this whole scene right here. Entirely. Look at the salvias living their best lives. You know, this was a mistake that I'm just actually so happy that happened. You know, this was a good mistake because I initially did not purchase. I purchased the marble, the pink variety, and was in error sent the blue. And I have to say I'm enjoying the blue. So it was a mistake, but it was still a nice mistake. I ended up getting the pink variety and putting it in with the blue, and I love it. This is our peony. It has long since finished blooming, but now just giving a beautiful show. And I do love hardscape in the garden, and this trellis, this birdcase trellis from the gardening supply is just so beautiful. And when I was thinking of getting an obelisk for the two pots on the other end, I had this in mind, so I wanted to get something that was similar to this, so that, you know, in the small garden there's a lot of repetition, and that repetition makes it look more cohesive as opposed to a bunch of different things kind of fighting against each other. So this is why the colors here are similar, complementing and repeated, so that it gives back here a tranquil, peaceful feel, and not, you know, a busy collection of things that were just haphazardly put together. Roseanne geranium back there peeking through. Yeah, so this is not the full July garden tour, but when we do that later on, perhaps either the next video or the following video, the end of July. I usually like doing like the monthly tours at the end of the month. Here we have our most glorious updates. Japanese maple took the worst of the wear for during the heat wave, and I had looked online as far as like what to do to remedy it, and so I opted to defoliate, and I'm so happy because look, so at each area that I had just basically, you know, cut the leaf off, the stems, let me see, the stems eventually fell off, and these new leaves are coming out. I'm so happy. It's bouncing back beautifully, and in no time it'll be flushed back. So happy. I did the same thing with the viburnum, but yeah, it didn't have the same results, which I'm fine. I didn't take too much off of it because when I looked at, you know, defoliate, it was specifically referencing the Japanese maple. So I am happy, 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 happy. And here's another one that I'm happy about. The Gatsby Moon. Is it Moon? Yeah, Gatsby Moon. Oak leaf hydrangea is loving its spot. I had also defoliated it. It didn't have the same, you know, result, but it did push out a heck of a lot of new leaves, and it's looking healthy and sturdy, and I'm so happy. Oh, I'm having a brain fart. The hostas had also taken some burn, and I just had trimmed those off. And hostas are so resilient, and wasn't worried about them. They bounced back. Yeah, so let's go back here. That's the sound from the air conditioner. So lovely. This was also a new addition. I did show it during our last video, but it did put on some growth. This is the autumn something fern. I love it because the new leaves coming out have like a brownish, you know, tone to it. You can see, like right there. Yeah, I love what it's doing in this area. This is my little woodland area. Yeah, so the garden's looking beautiful, and you know, we're doing some maintenance back here, but overall very, very, very happy with how it's coming out. And you know, this area in particular is really a year old, so I'm so excited to see it mature, and you know, I'm sure there's going to be more edits in the entire garden, but I just love how everything is coming together. So yeah, really, really, really love. So let me just give you a panoramic view of everything. Like I said, we'll do a full garden tour in a later video, but this is just updates, and it's looking wonderful. Yeah, I'm so happy to have gotten the painting done. I would love to say that I did it, but no, I have like a local handyman that is super awesome, and he's been doing it for me. So grateful. Yeah. Thank you for joining me on this garden walk. Hope you enjoyed this content. And if you did, please consider subscribing and giving a big like to help my channel grow.